Did Tesla just reveal a smaller two-door Cybertruck? The Bronco Killer. No, I doubt it. What, this drawing is the evidence they have?
Yes.
I doubt it. Not long after unveiling the Cybertruck prototype in 2019, Musk started talking about making electric pickups smaller to fit inside a regular garage. In 2020, the CEO was asked the biggest change in the Cybertruck prototype. He responded that they reduced the size by 3%. Well, that doesn't seem super significant. And they lowered the windowsill height 3%. It was pretty huge before. And then Miss Jillian on Twitter says, are we not going to talk about the beautiful artwork of a two-door Cybertruck displayed at the Peterson Museum Tesla exhibit? And of course, this is where a lot of people have been getting up close and personal with the Cybertruck recently. It's on display. And above the Cybertruck, there's an image, artist's image of a Cybertruck, probably an early image. And I don't think this means that there's a two-door Cybertruck coming. No. I think it's just it's inspiration, right? It's the rough idea, the shapes. Whenever you're imagining a beautiful car, you seem to imagine it with two doors instead of four, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, having two extra doors elongates it, and it kind of makes the design a little bit more different.
Less cool. Four doors has never been as cool as two doors.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying I don't think this drawing specifically is an indication. Even if they did a smaller version, like to compete with, I don't know, like the smaller truck world, Tacoma / Ranger / what's the GM Canyon, then I think they still have to have four doors. It would be really surprising if they went with two.
But why does this look way better than the real Cybertruck?
Two doors? Two doors.
No, it's just not the...
It is, dude. It is.
It's the bigger wheels.
Dude, once you get down...
more roundedness.
Once you get down to two doors, everything else looks better. Because all the proportions change.
No, that's one component. I feel like there's like a sleekness to this.
It's maybe the angle, right? We're coming from above, sort of, instead of looking at it from the side. Every car has good angles and bad angles. Mm-hmm. Or at least some that are better than others. There might be some sick car that looks good from every single angle. But like, the Cybertruck can look really good from one angle. And then you look at the next one and it looks off.
Yeah.
Like the straight profile, like right on the side of it. It's like, It's the same way I think that the Model X looks bad. When you look at it right from the side or from the 3/4 rear. From the front, it looks cool. And from the front 3/4, it looks cool. But this is, like I said, it's every car, even the Model S and a Model 3. I don't even know. The Model 3 might be the best looking of the bunch.
You think so?
Well, just the shape of it.
The shape.
What would you say? The Y? It's definitely not the X.
I think the S.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just longer, flatter.
Yeah, maybe the S, but is it because of the performance attributes, like the fact that it's lowered
I think
and
so.
wider?
The bigger wheels, cleaner lines, I feel like.
Like if they did a Model 3 Plaid and it was lowered with fatter tires, and would it not look equally cool?
Maybe.
And then the Y and the X, they just get more bubbly. They
do, yeah. I agree with that.
They just get stretched up. I don't know. It's hard to say. These are designs that have just been tweaked over the years and not really overhauled. And I'm not hating. Like I just explained how many moments ago I said lovely things about the Model S. And the Model S, let me just tell you, I know it's not the best looking car in the world, but my God, like with that hatchback, I'm getting 3 bags of hockey equipment in there. In a car
like the space.
That performs like that is just ridiculous. I'm putting the seats down. I got cargo for days in there. And it's not just cargo, it's cargo access that I need. I need a big loading area. It can't just be long and narrow. It's got to be a big, and when that lid comes up, it's practically like an SUV. It's like a small SUV in terms of cargo on the S. So there, how about that? I just put a positive thing to go with the negative thing.
Would you ever consider a Y or an X? Just for more height?
Yeah. So like if you look at the X, there's some troubles with it. You either love or hate the rear doors. I just don't know how I would deal with, because my rear doors get used on a daily basis if I'm driving it.
Okay.
I don't know how I would feel about the whole thing going up every time.
Oh, right.
The
Gull wing doors.
And then I look at the trunk, and so if you order the Plaid, which is what I have in the S right now, you have to get the 6-seater. Now, you might be saying, well, don't you want the 6-seater anyway? You might, but you can't get a load floor that's completely flat for bigger loads.
Right.
You can fold down the 2 rear seats, but those captain's chairs, they just kind of go forward. They don't fold down.
Okay.
Now, of course, you could do the 5-seater, 7-seater, but you can't get that in the Plaid.
I see.
The 5-seater would be interesting to me because I typically don't have a lot of passengers, but I love the cargo. In the 5-seater Model X, if you fold down the rear seats, you have a huge cargo capacity. But anyway, you can see I've investigated such things. The Y is interesting because it's actually, it's like, it's bigger in some ways, but smaller in some ways compared to the S. Like, I don't think it's quite as wide. So it's a bit of a funny in-between. And of course, you can't get it in the Plaid if you want the fast one.
Yeah. Well, just maybe wait for the redesign.
Of what, the X?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that anytime soon? They're focused on the truck now, which I believe I ordered. So what are we even talking about?